the way I actually got into it was I had a guy that worked for me for a number of years. He had formerly worked for Kettenberg, and he was a very good, fast woodworker. And he decided he wanted to snipe. He'd never done any sailing. He'd worked on sailboats since he was a little kid, but he'd never actually done any sailing. But he thought a Snipe would be a good boat to learn on and to sail. So we built him a Snipe, and what was decided is I would race it for a while and he'd crew for me. And then once he got the hang of it, he would take over. So I sailed the thing for more or less a year, and did well with it, which got him all enthused. It was a big challenge, of course, and that was the reason you sail Snipes, because, as I say, it was a tactical boat. Sort of your wits against theirs, and I enjoyed racing against those guys. And anyway, I competed for a number of years, somewhat successfully at times, but other times not so good. There was a guy that was a real instigator at Mission Bay Yacht Club. I would like to call him the father of the modern Mission Bay Yacht Club. I'm not sure anybody else would call him by that name. But one day he came to me and said that I was in a bay race there with Lightning. And he came to me and said, what this yacht club needs, better than a good 5-cent cigar, is a fleet of tactical type boats, and I think the best one is a Snipe. And I think a hot setup would be if you built 5 Snipes and started a fleet. And he said, if I come to you with 5 deposit slips, will you build them? And I said, well, yeah, but you're a dreamer. And so I went out racing with the Lightning, and I came back, and he was standing at the dock holding up 5 checks. And he said, get to work. So essentially that's what started it. These were pretty bare bones boats that I delivered, where the guys did their own varnish and paint work and their own hardware installation. All they were interested in getting was the hull and the spars, so that they could complete them and have a race boat. But that's what started the fleet at Mission Bay, and then it grew and grew and grew after that. One of the Levinsons, I don't remember which one, bought a used Snipe to sail in the championship regatta, which was held in Peoria. And the Snipe he bought was one of a group of Snipes built by Lippincott. Lippincott had built a fleet of Snipes for the World Championship. One thing the Snipes did at their championship regattas, they measured every boat. So they measured the boat, and they found the whole boat was too big by about an eighth of an inch at every station. It was unbelievable. Well, I had all my woodworking tools with me because I had brought the Snipe double-decked on top of my Lightning, and I'd planned to go to a Lightning regatta, which I did. And so I said, well, wheel it over here and we'll go to work on it. So we turned it upside down and planed like a 32nd of an inch off the deck, off the plywood deck, and the rest off the bottom of the chine. And I had probably 3 or 4 gallons of lacquer primer, which dries immediately. We painted it with lacquer primer and wet sanded it. I said, now you go over there and start buying the measurement crew drinks. About 8 o'clock tonight, we're pretty sure they're they're in a good mood, we'll wheel it over and have them measure it. Tell them not to look too carefully because it doesn't fare exactly, you know, but we'll see if we can push it through. Well, we pushed it through, and as I recall, he wound up second in the Nationals. You can look it up, but I believe his brother won, and I think he was second. So that was a case of jumping in and helping the guy.